Hi, I'm Jessica Sabatini.
And I'm Catherine Phillips, and we're with the Center for Integrated Transformation, which is dedicated to the creation of a new world through the inner transformation of individuals, communities, and businesses.
And this is part 3 of the Stepping into Flow series, which is cycles. Everything comes round again. So when we're talking about moving in, and as we start moving into a fluid way of behaving and moving in the world versus a linear way, sometimes we start feeling like, oh, I'm just moving around in a circle and moving in circles. And we resist the cycle, or we feel uncomfortable with it. When you come to a low point, a sad part, a hard part, a down part, we start thinking, oh, well, that's it. But there's always an upswing again that comes back around. And cycles exist everywhere around us, the day into night, everywhere in nature, the winter, spring, summer, fall. Cycles are a natural flow of life, and they are something to join with and begin to understand on a deeper level. So when we are in a dark part or a down part of our cycle, a lot of times things feel like they're coming up again. Like, why am I dealing with this again? I thought I already healed that mother wound in that program I did 5 years ago. Why was that mother wound revealing itself again and coming up again? But, as we get this opportunity to look at it again, it's an opportunity to heal it, to understand it on a deeper level, and to integrate it on a deeper level into our lives.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And really, the key difference between this linear model and this more fluid model of approaching life is that when you're on this linear model and you have something that takes you off the line, like you're having particular challenges that seem to be taking you away from the line, it's hard to give any interpretation to those other than feeling like a failure. Like you're down here, you're having a challenging time, you're having a sad time, you're having an angry time, whatever's going on in your life, it's not on this trajectory to your goal, and so it feels like a failure, and you are probably heaping judgment on yourself and perpetuating the stuckness by judging yourself and feeling guilty or shameful about where you are. But the rub, too, with this linear model is that when something really awesome happens that maybe isn't directly related to your goal, even sometimes, you get to go on a vacation or you get to take half a day off work or whatever, like it could be small, people tend to have a lot of guilt and shame around pleasure in our culture because it's taking them, according to their mental framework anyway, away from this trajectory, this linear line here. And so even the really good things in life start to feel bad and come with guilt and shame in them. But when you're in this more fluid model, then you can see how even these dark times are not off the path. They're not taking you away from the path. They're an invitation to know yourself more deeply. They're an invitation to understand life more deeply and what it means to be a human being and what it means, what it is you really want out of life. And in these high moments, in these just pure pleasure, nothing productive or obviously, rational about it, just pure pleasure moments, you also can embrace those as those are legitimate and valuable parts of my life journey that are also taking me to wherever it is I want to be or who I want to become. And so you can let go of this guilt and shame that surrounds any of these fluctuations in the path.
And another thing with this idea of with the cycles, everything comes around again, everything comes around again. So sometimes you're up here and you're given an opportunity and it's exciting and it's thrilling. It's just what you want, but maybe fear comes in or doubt or some sort of limiting belief, and you kind of run away from that opportunity and go down, and you can start to say, oh, I missed that opportunity, it's over, I'm never going to have it again. But with this way of trusting the flow of life force, and going with that flow, that opportunity will arrive again. It will present itself perhaps in a different form, perhaps with a different way of going for it. It might even be a fuller opportunity, a version of that opportunity, but it will come around again. However, you do need to let go of that first missed opportunity. If you're still holding on to it, if you're still on this one, then when you get to here, you're not going to be able to then open up to that opportunity. So this invitation of accepting the cycles of life, accepting the cycles of any kind of journey that you're trying to get to go on, really can help you know that you are still in motion and still moving. Because if you resist the cycles, then you'll get stuck somewhere and momentum ceases. And that is a really uncomfortable place. That is very uncomfortable and usually takes some sort of outside effort to really help you get re-engaged to get moving again.
And one of the practices that we help people with is really this process of grief. And sometimes, especially over missed opportunities or experiences that feel like failure. Because really, if you're up here and you have this great opportunity and you fall and you don't get it, that where people oftentimes get stuck is that they aren't willing to go down here and feel all of the grief and sadness that was triggered or created because of this failure to be able to step into this opportunity. And so giving people tools that allow them to feel and process and clear these heavy emotions from their bodies is what really allows you to keep moving on this path and get back up here to where this opportunity, if it is an important part of your life journey, it will come back in some other form that you got to go through here.
And if you keep going with these cycles, you're just going to continue to expand out and to trust that all of this is going to become fuller with the grief, with the joy, with the pleasure, with the deciphering aspect, with all those things. Really embracing that flow of this spiral can really help you have a more fuller experience. So if you would like to hear more about our programs and services, get some updates full of inspiration, get on some of our the series to get all of the videos together, you can visit us at www.centerforintegratedtransformation.com.
And remember that change is not only possible, it's already happening within yourself and in the world.